Hey, this is Gecko Mayhem, and this is another Godforge video. Beta is less than a month away now, and from what we know so far, there is going to be a lot to test. We know what's going to be in this first beta phase, just as we know what's not going to be there. Smart beta testers will focus on the right things first, so they can use their time well and prepare properly for the game's release. It's already clear that there is going to be a lot for us to experience in the beta. There will be over 200 heroes for us to collect. That includes 56 legendaries, 57 epics, 54 rares, and 37 common and uncommon heroes. We're going to experience the campaign and have the opportunity to work through each realm's part in the story. After clearing story mode, adventure mode will unlock. That's effectively a tougher version of the campaign, offering a higher difficulty level and stronger rewards. There will also be a handful of dungeons available, including armor set dungeons, a weapon dungeon, and a way to farm important resources. The Rift system will also be live, and we will be able to battle different difficulties of Ra. The Godforge itself is in as well, of course. That will be our main way of acquiring heroes. Although we still don't know every source of Ether Stones, or the exact rate at which we'll earn them, summoning is going to be a part of the beta experience. The bazaar will include a gold emporium for spending gold on items and rewards, and there will be a shop for spending rubies. On top of that, there will be a login calendar, quests to complete, and the ability to earn cosmetic rewards and tokens of valor to use when the game goes into early access. What will not be in this first beta phase are the arena, the Order and Chaos Towers, and Pantheons. So yes, there's a lot here, but you still don't want to waste your time treating beta like it's a finished product. This beta phase will be to test progression, see how systems feel, provide feedback, and help us to understand the early to mid game flow. If you go into beta expecting an end-to-end game loop, you're going to misread what it's trying to achieve, and you may miss out on the value of what's actually there. If you spread your resources too thinly straight away, you're not going to make the most of your time. When you first get in, focus on understanding the campaign and how it feels to progress through content. Pay attention to how quickly systems unlock for you and what content is gated behind progress. For example, which dungeons require campaign or adventure progress? How are you accessing rifts? You should also keep an eye on how your roster develops. Take notice of how you're getting Ether Stones, what kinds of heroes you pull early on, and how those heroes start shaping your account. Learn how these systems work before you try to optimize your game loop. Your goal in beta shouldn't be to try to progress as fast as possible, nor should it be to try to do everything all at once. Your goal should be to understand what unlocks what, which heroes move your account forward, and which systems are actually driving progression. A lot of players are going to focus on collecting heroes or on the combat side of the game, but beta is also your chance to learn how account economy works. Notice how summoning feels. What gives you the biggest dopamine rush? Pay attention to the flow of resources. How often are different resources coming in, and are you actually able to save them? Take note of how the pity system feels in practice, and whether hero progression overall feels balanced and satisfying. The beta overview revealed that the bazaar will open with a gold emporium where you can spend gold on resources and items. The store will also be open with daily free gifts and a place to spend rubies earned through gameplay, including a calendar that can be purchased with rubies. Pay close attention to both gold and ruby intake. Games like this often front-load resources for new players, so it's worth watching where those resources come from and how quickly they slow down. See what feels valuable, what feels overpriced, and what actually seems worth buying in the early game. This is where you should look beyond day one hype. During beta, we're going to have daily login rewards and a beta-only calendar called Ribbons Chosen. That will tie into daily and weekly quests. And we will also be able to earn tokens of valor and cosmetics that will matter later. So beta is not just about a one-day push. It's about learning how the game rewards regular activity over time. Does it feel generous enough? Does it actually make it feel worth logging into every day? If you only pay attention to combat and camera angles, you're going to miss half the picture. Beta is also about understanding how Godforge wants you to build and progress an account over time, because all of these systems tie together. Rifts and dungeons are two of the most important places to learn how the game really feels. We know that Affinity dungeons will be open. There will be 2 armor set dungeons. There will be a weapons dungeon. The Rift system will be live. Rifts will provide pages and books for upskilling heroes. There will be different difficulties of Ra as the Rift boss. And the team wants direct feedback on how the Rift system currently works. Mindless dungeon farming won't help the team, and it won't help you either. Pay attention to the bosses. How do they feel? Are they overtuned? Do the dungeons make sense? Are they clear and satisfying? Are they fun to farm? After the recent Rift discussions, I'm sure the team will be keen to hear more feedback. We can probably assume that the Rift spawn or key rate will still be 15%. Try to get a feel for whether the system actually feels rewarding, and what parts of it do or don't work for you. Most importantly, pay attention to how your team building evolves once dungeons start to get harder. What do you need to swap out? What's working? What needs to improve in order to raise your success rate or speed up your clear time? Dungeons and Rifts are not just optional extras. They are some of the most important feedback points. If you want to use your time well, dungeons should be near the top of your priority list. They are some of the clearest data points we will get for team building, progression, and overall system design. There are parts of beta that players could waste a lot of energy worrying about too early. Don't get fixated on the parts of the game that are missing, such as PvP and Pantheons. Don't think that you can judge the entire game based on what's missing in Phase 1. Don't despair if you encounter major bugs, because finding and reporting them is a core part of beta. Don't try to solve everything on day 1. And most importantly, don't compare your experience to a finished live service game. We already know there will still be bugs, and there's a priority system in place. That means there will come a point when even medium level bugs will need to be put on the back burner so the team can focus on more critical issues. We know that Arena, the Towers, and Pantheons will be held back for a later testing phase. But what we do have access to in this first phase will be plenty to keep us busy. The people who will get the most value out of beta are the ones who take the time to learn the systems properly. Note the pain points and barriers they encounter. Pay attention to account progression and resource gain, and think critically about their experience so they can give useful feedback. Not the players who treat beta like a launch race. If you want to prepare well for the beta, go in with the right priorities. Understand what it's trying to achieve. Focus on early account progression. Learn the systems that are going to shape your account. Pay attention to dungeons and rifts. And don't waste your time obsessing over the full experience before we get there. Use the beta to understand the game, not just consume it. I'm Gecko Mayhem, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.